Back here on our Talk of the Town pregame show presented by Amarillo National Bank, voice of the Sod Poodles, Sam Levitt with you on the third base side as we get ready for tonight's game here at Hodgetown. And right now I'm joined by a very special guest. It's Sod Poodles right-hander TJ Weir, who had a great outing on Thursday right here in downtown Amarillo. TJ, you've had a great start to the year. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Great to be in Amarillo. Awesome new ballpark, so really excited about being here.
Absolutely. You're used to San Antonio, El Paso, now here in Amarillo for the first time. What do you think? I mean, pretty cool place, right?
Yeah, it's awesome, and you can tell the fan base is really into it. The city's really behind it. So, yeah, getting a chance to bounce around, like you said, to a lot of different places and see a lot of different stadiums and everything. This is a really nice place.
Well, it's a town that's been waiting for affiliated pro baseball for almost 4 decades, so they were chomping at the bit, ready to go as TJ Weir, Sod Poodles right-hander, joins us here on the pregame show. You look at your numbers throughout your career in the minor leagues, everywhere you go, you've had a really nice season. What do you feel like's been the key for you in your career so far?
The biggest thing for me is just when I'm throwing strikes, things are usually going well. And, you know, obviously I've started twice here. I've kind of bounced around, starter, reliever. So really whenever I'm on the mound, if I'm throwing strikes, things usually work out all right.
For people that haven't seen you pitch, what are the pitches you throw?
Mainly I throw a sinker and a slider. I also have a curveball changeup I throw occasionally. But usually the sinker slider is kind of my go-to.
And I think for a lot of people watching for the first time here in Amarillo, AA baseball, they almost wonder, how do you develop those pitches throughout college baseball and as you become a pro?
Actually, for me, I've changed quite a bit since I got drafted. Going through and kind of each level you go to, you're eventually going to hit a roadblock where you have to kind of make some adjustments and figure out how to get people out at that new level. And so just kind of trial and error and things like that will kind of help you kind of develop a different repertoire to use whenever you need it.
You have an interesting story when it comes to what you did in college. You were a shortstop at Ball State University, pitched a little bit as well. At what point did you realize that not playing shortstop was your future, but the mound was what was going to get you to AA and AAA?
Well, I was always a pitcher too, so it was like I was full-time pitcher and played some infield as well. So honestly, I was a position player and a hitter first at heart. But really, you know, I had my best year in college as a hitter my junior year, and it wasn't good enough to get drafted. And my coaches were like, "Hey, if you want to continue your baseball career, it's going to have to be all in on being a pitcher." So pretty much from that time on, it was all pitcher, and here I am. So
you're an Indiana kid through and through. Grew up in Kokomo, Indiana. Went to Ball State, which is in Muncie, Indiana. What's Kokomo, Indiana like?
Well, right now it's pretty cold.
Right.
Actually, the weather is somewhat similar to this, and where it can be hit or miss day by day. But baseball is big there. You know, Indiana is known for basketball, but a lot of good baseball comes through Indiana, and so you know, obviously pretty honored, you know, to be able to continue playing after being in Indiana.
Sod Poodles right-hander TJ Weir joining us here on the Amarillo National Bank pregame show as we get ready for tonight's game at Hodgetown, the rubber game of this 3-game series between the Soddies and the Hooks. One thing you do in the offseason that's really, really cool, the TJ Weir Baseball Camp, a free camp for kids, and you also donate to Autism Resource of Kokomo. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I've had the camp now two off seasons, and each year the proceeds have gone to a different nonprofit in my hometown. So, like you said, this last off season, the money went to the Autism Resource Center of Kokomo, and it's a free camp, kids ages 6 to 12. I raise money through local partnerships with businesses, and also through our website we have some donation links. So I've got a lot of friends and family that helped out along the way too, and all the kids come, everything free, shirts, food, everything, and then whatever money we have left over goes to whatever cause we choose for the year. So really cool thing that we've been doing for the last couple of years, and I have a lot of help back home doing it. But yeah, really proud of that.
Well, certainly a tremendous initiative, the TJ Weir Baseball Camp, tons of money going to a great cause. Final question for you. You're 27.
Right.
You're one of the older guys on this team. What's the vibe in this clubhouse like? A lot of young guys on this team. You got Huddy Potts, he's 20. Andres Munoz, he's 20. What's it like being kind of the veteran on this team?
First off, thanks for reminding me that I'm the old guy.
I'm 27 too, and I feel old.
No, that's fine. I get it all the time. But, yeah, there's obviously a lot of buzz around the Padres organization and so many young guys, highly touted prospects coming through. The couple names that you mentioned, those are obviously some really big ones, but there's going to be more coming through too. So just a lot of buzz everywhere, a really high energy group, and I'm excited to kind of see these guys grow and grow up. You know, a lot of these guys should be in college right now, like, you know, freshmen, sophomores in college out here in AA. So it's pretty cool to see them play at this level, and, you know, you never know what's going to happen throughout their career.
Well, TJ, thanks so much for joining us. Continue the great work and keep it up. We'll talk to you next time.
All right, thank you.
All right, how about a round of applause for TJ Weir, one of the great Sod Poodles here in Amarillo. That'll do it for Amarillo National Bank pregame show. Don't forget to tune into our postgame show on the radio side of things on 940 AM KIXC. We'll have a recap, highlights, and tell you about tomorrow's game on the radio side. Have a great night, enjoy the game, and let's go Sod Poodles.